Hi, and welcome to Not the Fuck Gaming Podcast, a podcast where we talk about games and sometimes we don't say fuck. I am William Hououin, and I'm with.
Gruebitten.
So, hi, Gruebitten. How have you been since last time?
Oh, pretty good. Getting by. How about you?
Good. Pretty much the same here. Work, sleep, taking care of the kids, and playing games. That's pretty much what I do. So, what have you been playing since last time? It's been 2 weeks now since we've recorded a podcast. So have you been playing stuff?
Yes, I have mostly been playing My Time in Portia.
So what do you think of it? I've played this a bit, like I have maybe like 5 hours into this game, and I've dropped it because of some other games, I guess. I can't remember. It's been like quite a few months, but I've played that.
Well, the first and very obvious comparison is, of course, to Stardew Valley. It is very, very much like Stardew Valley. So much so, in fact, that I had to go look up who was first. And yes, Stardew Valley was released a year before the beta of My Time in Portia was released. So, according to the internet that I looked up, the Stardew Valley was released in 2016, and the alpha version of My Time in Portia was released in 2017.
Well, they were probably developing the game before Stardew Valley came out. Like, I don't think they just copied Stardew Valley. Maybe they did, but...
Well, I'd say that it's enough of its own game that is definitely not just a copy. There's tons of different parts to it. Like combat is very different. There's a lot more combat and stuff. So even if they copied some things, it's definitely its own game in its own right.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
But there are some things, like they carry things straight over their heads. Now, the only other game I know of that does that is Stardew Valley.
Uh-huh.
And it's got the same kind of system where you talk to the villagers and increase your ranking with them. And instead of a farmer, you're a builder, but same sort of quest system. But it's not quite exactly the same. So
yeah, there's a lot of similar... the gameplay loop is pretty much the same type, we'll say, from what because I've played both, but I've played both very less than you did. Can you have kids in Portia?
You can.
All right, so yeah,
I've not gotten there yet, but you can have kids.
Okay.
I've seen the kid stuff and the option to expand your house to the point where you can get married and have kids and the kid furniture. So
that would probably be a great game for from Zach from Old Man Gaming, since he do enjoy romancing characters, NPCs in game.
Well, there is a large variety of NPCs to romance. The NPCs tend to all be kind of stock characters. Like there's a blonde-haired, blue-eyes nurse with a big chest, and yeah, I just looked at her and went, "Oh God."
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have the farmer girl who's got ginger hair, freckles, and yeah. So
yeah, I can see the type. I can see there's a girl for every type of what we can like.
There's not too much surprise in their personalities so far. There's a bit of problematic personality portrayals, like there's a guy named Antoine that you meet when you go into the builder place where you get your quests. And he seems like a very, very stereotyped gay guy. And maybe I'm totally loony, but I'm just looking at him going, what?
Yeah, I can see that. Well, overall, do you enjoy it? Because I thought it would be a game you would enjoy because of the crafting. There's a
I
lot of
did.
crafting and building to do.
I am really having a great time. I'm been
Okay.
playing it for a couple weeks now, and I'm still not even finished with the first year. So, got a lot of stuff left to go, I think.
Do you know? It's kind of a tangent, but do you know the website How Long to Beat?
The website?
Yeah, there's a website called How Long to Beat.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's nice. So it's a website where you can register, but you don't have to. But what I mean is people are registering to the website and they enter how long it took them to beat the game. And you have categories like the main story and side quest and completionist, like you've done everything in the game.
Wow.
So I'm looking right now at my time at Porsche on how long to beat. And main story, it's 66 hours. And for completionist, it's 132 hours. And 143 people have entered their playtime. So yeah, you're in for a good 50 hours minimum to do the main story.
Well, it usually takes me a lot longer than most people to finish games, so.
Yeah, well, but some people went up to 290 hours played.
I can see it, yeah.
So, I mean, of course, it depends on what you want to do and stuff like that. But yeah, how long to beat? I'm going to put it in the description of the video for people who don't know about it. I usually, every time I start a new game, I'm going to look. I go and look at how long to beat, just to give me an idea of, well, how long the game is. Anyway, sorry for the tangent, but I really wanted to plug how long to beat.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting website. I'm definitely going to have to take a check that one out. And just a second here.
There's even obscure games. Even the less known games are there. Of course, the less known game will have quite a bit less people polling it. So, but it's nice, and I do tend to try and participate. I have an account, and when I finish a game, I'm entering how long it took me. I'm not a completionist though, so it's always just the main story.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely sorry. I got distracted trying to find it online when you were talking.
Yeah. It's fine. But anyway, so how's the combat? Because Stardew Valley combat is very bare bones. It's it's fine for what it is, but I know that my time at Porsche is more heavy on combat.
The combat's a lot more fun than Stardew Valley. Definitely, you actually get some more than just point and click. There's a roll where you dodge. You have the ability to sprint, and there's a I don't know if it's called stamina or endurance. There's two kind of endurance bars that you have. One is endurance, I think, and one is stamina. And one of them is for things like dodging and sprinting during combat. And it has a little wheel that runs down. And the other one is for things you do like mining, chopping trees and stuff on a daily basis. And I can't remember which is which. But you have the little wheel, so you can't just dodge infinitely. You can dodge 2-3 times, then you run out of stamina, and you got to just run around the boss. And there's different swords and stuff, but as far as I know, there's just basics. You swing it. I haven't run into any ranged combat options. The best thing I like so far about my time in Portia is that there's no penalty if you fall asleep when you're out. If you reach the end of the day and you fall asleep, you don't lose your stuff. You don't get charged by the clinic or anything. You just
it's a good thing. It sucks when you're getting penalized for this, I think. In particular in single player games where, you're just here to have fun, and I like the no penalty on dying. At least for that type of game. It's a crafting game, I mean.
Yes, I am.
You're not playing this for a big challenge or stuff like that, so.
Well, in Stardew Valley, what I end up doing if I'm out and I get killed in combat, I just reload the day. I'm like, I'm not going and losing my stuff. Reload.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, anything else on my time at Portia?
Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So
spread the word.
First, here are the things that I did not like about them. Okay, so labeling your storage. The devs use 14 letters to put wooden storage, but when you enter a name to say label it to ore or furniture or whatever, you only get 10 letters. And I have run out of letters. Like
what a weird choice. Why?
Yeah.
Clearly you can put 14 because they did.
Yeah. And actually, when you're entering it, I believe it says you have 30 letters, but you only get 10.
Oh,
yeah.
It sounds like an oversight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. Or maybe it's a bad translation.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no ability to save except by sleeping at the end of the day. This drives me nuts.
Yeah, that can be an issue, in particular with mobile gaming. Like you just want to play real quick on your bus ride, and you can't save at any time.
Yeah,
I can see this.
There's been times when I wanted to play it, but I'm like, well, I don't know when I'm have to leave, so guess what? I'm playing something else.
Yep.
Oh. There are weird lag spikes at random times all throughout the game, and a lot of them. I don't know what that's about.
I don't remember. It's been a while. I would say. I mean, I bought it like the week it was released on mobile, so it might be more than a year ago. So I can't remember if I have experienced any type of lag.
I'm playing it on the Switch. I don't know if it's because of the port to Switch or not, or if it's just, I don't know, something with my device. I don't know. I know my device doesn't seem to have any problem with any other games.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
This one is more of a little kind of something I really liked about the storage in Chimera Land, actually. There's a fast put away option where you open up a storage, any of your storage, and then you select, fast store, and it automatically takes everything that you have in your bags that has a partial stack in storage, anywhere in your storage, and it adds to it. It just puts everything away up to a full stack.
Wow, that is good.
I love it. I freaking love that.
In particular with game with a ton of crafting materials and sorting to do. This is great.
Yeah, there
Good
is
job.
a lot of putting away in my time of Portia, and there's no easy way to do it, and it's annoying. So it is a little bit buggy. That was annoying. Especially the bug where it crashed when I went to sleep at the end of the month. I don't know why it did that. It kept doing it. I redid the day twice, and it crashed each and every time. And so I discovered that it does autosave 2 previous days. I went back 2 days, replayed, and hoped that when I got to that 3rd day again, it would not crash, and it didn't crash that time. So I don't know what happened, but that was really annoying.
Yes, I guess. Yes.
Oh, and the map is super annoying to get to. I counted. It takes 6 button presses every single time you want to look at your map.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you try to go the other way, it should be 4 button presses, but there's some sort of weird glitch and it takes 8 button presses.
All right. So yeah, but there's quite a few bugs. Quite a few bugs.
And this one I discovered I can't play it on the go. On the tiny Switch screen, I can play it just fine on my big TV, but on the tiny Switch screen, the letters are too small and they're light blue on a white background, and I can't read them. I absolutely cannot read them. My old eyes just can't do it.
Huh.
Yeah, even with my best glasses on, yeah.
Wow.
So I cannot play it on the Switch device itself. I have to play it on the big screen.
Well.
So those are all my pet peeves about it.
But the enjoyment you get takes over those pet peeves.
Oh, yeah.
Seems there's more good than bad about my time at Portia.
The game is good, definitely. My type of game. The crafting, gathering, leveling up your crafting skills, being able to make bigger and better machines, and it looks like I'm going to be able to add some automation. I just crafted something that says provides power to things that are connected via these special flooring things. I'm like, oh! So that definitely is right up my alley. Other things they do right, you can access any of your storage boxes from any of the others. You can just cycle through them. And I love that. You don't have to run around to the right inside or outside or to the right spot to get to a storage box. Nameable storage. And if you have your mats in your storage boxes, you can craft directly from the storage boxes from your workbench. You don't have to get them out of your storage boxes. Unfortunately, for the assembly table, you do have to get them and have them in your inventory. That's annoying. But the workbench, you can use the mats right from the storage, and that's nice.
Yep. Nice quality of life there.
Yeah.
It's weird that they didn't do it for both of systems, but
it is weird, isn't it? I was like,
yeah. Well, I mean, if you can program it for one, I don't see why you can't do the same to the other one. But Who knows? I'm not a game dev, so
Yeah.
maybe there's some weird reason that they thought it would be more realistic, but it doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah, maybe they thought that like assembling the machine was like part of the gameplay, and that's supposed to be, I don't know. But for me,
Yeah,
it's just
that's what I
going,
was trying to say. But yeah, maybe, but I would have gone with the quality of life since
me too.
it's already done for one of the systems.
Yeah. Auto loot. You chop down a tree, you can run to the next, chop at it, and then your loot will be coming into your inventory. Yay.
Yay, indeed, indeed.
Um, and I already said that you don't lose anything when the day ends. I cannot stress enough how much I like that. That you just fall down and wake up in your bed and no penalty. I love, love, love that. That's my least favorite thing about Stardew Valley.
Yeah, this is definitely very annoying. It became like stressful to be sure you're back to your house before you run out of time.
In fact, I usually play Stardew Valley on mobile, but do have it on PC, and I've read that the most or one of the most downloaded mods for it is that you don't lose anything when the day ends.
Yeah, of course. That's what I would do if I was
Um,
playing on PC.
there is a warning that pops up before events to let you know that they're happening in 2 hours time, which is nice. Like little fairs or cooking events or something in the game. I just went to the Harvest Festival 2 hours before it started. It let me know the Harvest Festival starts in 2 hours. That was nice. And so far, it's been a very good grind to achievement ratio. It's been spot on. It's been very enjoyable.
Well, I'm quite happy that you are enjoying it because I thought you would. And I told you, and I wouldn't feel bad if you didn't. So I'm happy that you're enjoying it.
Yeah. The stereotyped gay guy and some of the sexism, and there was one quest that had to do with a disability that was really, really cringe. But that might be another topic for another day.
That
But
might be a
I
cultural
really
thing
enjoyed
too.
the game.
But yeah, that's nice. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I'm gonna, of course, put some gameplay on the screen for this part. Have you been? Have you? Do you have anything else on my time at
Um,
Porsche?
no, I went on and on and on about that, and I think I covered it all.
Well, I mean, for all the negativity gaming gets, it's nice to hear somebody who's enjoying playing a game. I'm spending quite a bit of time on Reddit, and I highly suggest people that enjoys MMORPG to not go on the MMORPG subreddit. Because people sure are talking about how they don't enjoy uh, MMOs. And it's kind of the same for a lot of gaming outlets. We do like to talk about what we don't like. So I think it's a nice change of pace that you've been talking about my time at Porsche the way you did. Gaming is fun.
It is, and for the most part, I've been having fun.
So have you been playing anything else? Or it's been mostly my time at Porsche?
Mostly my time at Porsche. Secondary, I've been spending time in Villagers and Heroes and checking in a little bit in Chimera Land. but I'm pretty much just Chimera Land, yeah.
Last time we spoke, it was on the verge of death for you. So, yeah.
They
Well,
they released an update, and there was an event. Their new event is pay only.
of course.
Yeah. You unless you buy something, you can't participate. I'm just like, oh no, are you kidding me? And with that, they released the more things you can buy to um, level up your life skills. The life skills are things like mining and chopping trees and stuff. And I'm looking at that and I'm going, is there really any part of the game you need to play? Basically, you can just sit there and buy the whole game.
Yes, it's pay to not play. That,
Yeah.
that that's what they do. A lot of games are doing this. Um, Even in big AAA MMOs, you can buy level skip. So you can buy something that will bring you to max level, so you can play the end game right away. It's kind of pay to not play. So
Yeah. I just I don't
yeah.
know. I'm not judging anybody who buys shortcuts. Um
Oh, it's fine, and I know some people do for alt characters. You don't want to grind all the story again just to play another class or another character.
yeah.
I can understand, and I don't want to shame. You have to hate the game, not the players. So
And
uh, you can
honestly,
fault people for taking advantages of an opportunity that they're giving you. So anyway,
yeah, and I was thinking it actually can be like a good thing because if you really hate one particular portion of the game, you can just pay to skip that part and enjoy the parts that you do like. That's not necessarily a bad thing if it were a little more affordable. But I don't know, maybe they could have, like, a limit to how much of it you could skip. Because I don't see is there a point to being able to skip the whole game?
yeah, is there any point to play a game that you don't play, you just pay? And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. Apart for like alt characters, but yeah, it's not my thing.
I mean, and some people are really they have a time crunch and they wanna be able to enjoy their 15, 20 minutes they can play. I'm not trying to knock on skipping portions of it, but I'm a little it's for one thing, they charge way too much to for these pay to play things, and when they do the whole game, it's just yeah, it's like those autoplay MMOs. You're not actually playing the game, you're just watching the
Entering
computer do it
your
for you
Yep, you're watching the
and your
computer
money.
and entering your number of the numbers on your credit card.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much it. I don't get it. I guess I've heard some people say that they consider this more like a manager, a character manager game. You're telling what you want your character to do, and you let them do that for a few hours, and then you come back and like those football games that you actually don't play football, you're managing the team. Uh, I've seen people bring that argument, and I guess I get it, but it's not for me. That's for sure.
Mm.
Um, So on my end, I've been playing a shitload of stuff for the past 2 weeks, and I can't go in depth about any of them because there's a lot. But for one thing, I finished Queen's Wish: The Conqueror, that
Ooh.
that old style CRPG game. Took me about 30 hours to beat the main game on easy mode, to be fair. So it was a pretty long game. The writing was good. I really enjoyed it. And the dev just announced yesterday that the second game will be coming to mobile on October 26th. So that was quite the timing for me to play the first one. So I'm quite excited to jump back in the sequel. It's out on Steam since last year, but it's going to be available on iOS in less than a month. So I'm quite excited for that because the first one was really good. If you enjoy story-driven CRPG, this one is a good one.
So what's it like?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's it like?
It's like it's like an indie Baldur's Gate. It's turn-based combat. You have a team in isometric view, and you talk to people. You solve problem, and your goal is to reunite the vassals of the empire, which is ruled by your mother. So you go there and you explore. There's a big map, many cities, many people to talk to.
That would be the Queen's wish then, your mom.
Yeah. The queen's wish is her wish is that you become somebody instead of a do-nothing prince that gets up at noon, like. So her wish is for you to go conquer back the another continent that used to belong to the empire, but fell apart. But fell apart because of some. I don't want to spoil it to be honest, because
Okay.
it's nice when you discover what happened and why, and then you try to solve this. And there's many ending. I got the. I didn't get the best ending, but it was not the worst. So I got like the normal ending. I would have to be better with. I really suck at those games. I like playing CRPGs, but I'm really not good. So
Oh, the
I have
point of
trouble
aiming
with.
is
Yeah, I have trouble to make. You know those games you build your party and you have to pick the right class and the right skill to synergize them to get the most out of it, and I'm not very good at that. So I play them on easy mode, but even on easy mode, I will admit that the last battle was it was something, and to get the best ending, I would have had to win this battle, but I was not able to. So instead, I've talked it out. Because you can do that. You can be quite a pacifist. You will have to fight, but you can fight quite a bit less in the playthrough than in another. So I talked it out. So I got the normal ending instead of the true best ending. But I was happy with it. And when you finish the game, you get a code, a series of letters and numbers that I'll be able to enter in the second game. So I will start with, I don't know what exactly, but the choices I've made in the first one will have some impact in the next game.
that is really cool.
Yeah, that is nice. So yeah, I've played that. Then I've tried a few Apple Arcade games. I've played Shovel Knight Dig. I don't know if you know about Shovel Knight.
Not at all.
It's a 2D side scroller in the vein of the old Castlevania games, let's say. And I liked it. It's well made. There's no problem with the game, but they made a roguelite. When you die, rogue games like you die, you get back to the beginning, and you carry through some stuff, but the map is randomized every time you go in, and you try to go as deep as you can in well, it's Shovel Knight dig, so you dig with a shovel. It's pretty much the game, and you go as far as you can below, uh, below under the ground. Anyway, you're digging, all right.
Hmm.
So you can get some upgrades and stuff. And I was playing it, and it's very well done. No problem with the game, but I wish it was more of a Metroidvania game than a roguelite game. And so I ended up dropping that. And then I've played Gris. Uh, well, most people would say Gris or Gris or something like that, but I'm pretty sure it's Gris because Gris is the French word for gray. And it's an old game. It came out a few years ago on many. I think there's PC, PlayStation, and all those consoles. But they brought it on Apple Arcade, and it's a side scroller, very pacifist. There's no combat. It's in the vein of Journey or Sky, Children of Light, but 2D. In side scroller form, and you explore that, and it tells a story through visuals and sound, and it's basically the how you say, like when you grieve somebody, there's some steps like anger and depression and acceptation and stuff like that, and it's basic. I think I'm about halfway through, and it's pretty much that, and you restore the color of the world, and I think it's a journey through the getting back on your feet after you've lost somebody. So, and it's amazing, the music. I'm gonna do on this channel, I'm gonna do a full playthrough of this.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I'm about halfway through. I'm trying because there's some puzzle to solve, like platforming puzzle, and sometimes
Mhm.
I feel very dumb. And so I thought, I'm gonna do the game once to learn it, and then I'm gonna be able to do a playthrough. It's like 3 to 4 hours game. So
Well, join
it's
the club on feeling dumb, because I feel dumb in games all the time.
yeah. But I've been enjoying this a lot. This is a piece of art more than it is a game. So I'm quite excited to do a live playthrough of this. And I've been playing. Oh, I tried the Road Redemption. It's I have a video on this on my channel. Played that 15-minute tops. You can try it for free, then you have to buy the game. It's a one-time purchase, so it's a monetization I really like. And basically, you're a biker on a motorcycle, and you have to kill people on other motorcycles while you're kind of racing. And I thought the controls were not responsive. I sucked at it, and I'm sure there's a good game in there. I don't want to knock off the game, but it's not for me. I really didn't like it.
I actually caught that one from your channel.
Oh yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, I sucked.
Yeah.
I sucked real bad, but I mean, sure, I was not good at the game, but the controls are not great. But I'm sure somebody could comment here and say, no, you didn't understand the game. If you put some time into it and get better, you'll see it's great. And I'm sure it can be. It was a PC game before coming on mobile, and there's quite a few good reviews. So some people did enjoy that, and I'm sure it can be good, but I really didn't like it. And I think that's pretty much what I've played, but it's quite a bit more than I usually do.
Well, it's a lot.
So yeah, I've played quite a few games. Before we go to the stupid question of the week, I just wanted to read Zach comments from last podcast. I wanted to do it in the beginning, and I kind of forgot. And well, better late than never, as the saying goes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna read it. Hello, great podcast again. Keep them coming. And then on the last week's stupid question was about how many chicken it takes to kill a lion. He said it only takes one chicken if that chicken knows what it's doing. Then he said Fable 2 actually had a stat in the stats page for STDs. It was not super intuitive, but if
Oh
you
my
slept
gosh.
with a lot of random people in bars, that counter would go up. It had no real effect on you in game, though. I think it was more a shaming joke. Though they did make you pay if you had multiple families, you eventually get heavily blackmailed, and if you don't play, you quickly go to 0 families.
Oh my.
And then he commented on the ownership of games. We talked about that last time. He said, ownership and lack thereof is something we discuss often. It is a real problem. Stadia was charging full price, it's closing, by the way, and you didn't even get a copy of the game on your home drive. Gaming has little to no regulation, mainly because it is still not truly widely accepted as an art form and is looked on as a toy. There is no shame and no end to cooperate autonomy. Oh man, I don't understand this sentence. There is no shame and no end to cooperate autonomy that leads to hurt workers and consumers. No Man's Sky. We talked about No Man's Skies last time. We were wondering if it was too much of an investment for us to play. And so on that, he is saying, No Man's Sky is big and can be a big time sink. I'm not going to defend that. I will say that there isn't really a story though, so I never feel bad when I put it down for big chunk, and I never feel behind when I return to it, which is something to enjoy, and something I enjoy. Should either of you decided to make the leap, let me know and I will show you the ropes. Also, it is on Game Pass. I enjoy it too because they have never made you pay for a DLC, update, battle pass, or currency. Yeah, this is a one-time purchase, and then there's nothing else you can buy, which is good.
Nice.
Sorry, this has been a rant, but I am honored you read all my comments. Well, I'm honored that you're reading mine, Zach. So, P.S. Check out the trailers for Ashfall, a big MMORPG shooter that is apparently coming to mobile. I'm gonna look into that. Hashtag okay, I will shut up now. Well, thank you very much, Zach, for your comment. It's very appreciated. All right. Now, we are a gaming podcast, but we need to ask some important society questions. So here it is for this week. If you can change what falls from the sky every time it rains, what would it be and why? Please take note. It can't be anything of significant value. It can be raining gold or money. So, what would it be?
I wouldn't say gold or money anyways. Well, possibly paper money, but definitely not gold.
Not coins. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be ouchy.
Mm-hmm.
Paper money would cause a problem too. Wow, can you imagine? Be like leaves in fall, but all over.
Yep.
I don't know. My first thought, of course, was candy.
That's a good one.
But that would be ouchy too.
Well, maybe if it's like gummy bears, it would be fine.
I think if they're falling from like cloud distance, even coming
maybe it would hurt too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Where pretty much everything would hurt when you think about it. Don't want to be hurt. It would need to be like marshmallow or something like that.
Yeah. Very light or a liquid.
A liquid. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be too mad if it was raining beer or something like that.
But imagine the smell afterwards.
Oh yeah, that would be disgusting. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it seems we don't have a good answer for this. Something that wouldn't break everything and that wouldn't smell bad, but that would be useful. What about water? If it was raining water, that would be great.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna go with that. We're not changing anything. It's gonna rain water. We're gonna be fine. Everything else seems to cause big issues.
We're super creative.
Yeah, we're great. Yeah, anyway. It was a pleasure talking game with you, Gru. And
As always,
yeah,
pleasure talking with you.
and for our listeners, thank you very much for watching and listening. Leave us your comment in the comment section so we can get back to you about what you have to say. So I guess that's enough for us for today. Thanks for talking games with me.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.